So you might have seen in the last video, we got the Nissan running, but there was still a whole bunch of little things we had to do before we could actually drive it. So we've now done the majority of those. There's still little like tidy up things we need to do. I've got to do a bit of wiring and like plumb up the boost controller and stuff, but the main big things are done. And a lot of it, I've got a couple of clips of stuff that we filmed like doing those things, but a lot of it has just been cold and dark, so it's not really been, we haven't really had the enthusiasm to get the camera out and film it. So I'll just run through them and show you them now, then we'll take it out for a drive and you can hear the turbo noises. So the first thing I did was install the O2 sensors. I put them in the downpipe, and basically I got two O2 sensor bungs, offset them slightly, welded them in, and then the O2 sensors are there. There's one for the ECU, the power FC, and there's also one for the gauge on my dash. We had a weird oil leak. I made this like weird T thing. There's a stock head drain on the RB25 at the front. I added one on the back and used AN lines to run it down, but then it was either drill a hole in the sump and put like an elbow in there to put the pipe onto, or I'd seen online that some people use the factory oil drain location and just like do some clamps and stuff to put it on there. So I did that, but it was leaking a little bit, so I tightened those, and it's I wouldn't say it's leaking now, it's more like weeping. So I'm gonna get some better Jubilee clips because I'm scared to tighten those ones even more because they might break. But we mounted the map sensor properly. That was just like, it was plugged in and wired and everything, but we just kind of like chucked it in the corner of the engine bay because we wanted to run it. That's now like mounted to the shop tower. It's like nice and accessible, you can get to it, do maintenance and stuff. Oh, the wastegate dump tube. So I welded on the wastegate dump tube, but I didn't like cut it to length because I didn't know how long it needed to be. Turns out that it was literally like an inch off the floor. So we cut 3 inches off the end of that, and it's now just a little bit higher than the exhaust is, but still poking out underneath. So that should work good. We still need to plumb up the wastegate, but that's only like 2 lines. But I need to look up where you actually run those because, I don't know. We installed the blow-off valve as well, my nice Greddy blow-off valve. I made a flange myself, me and Dolly did it. We cut out a flange, used a hole saw to cut out a hole in the middle, welded it to the pipe, and yeah, we need to adjust it because it's way too tight at the moment. But I mean, it's there, we've just got to get it properly set up, dial it in, kind of thing. So really the engine side of stuff is good. I've got to install an intake air temperature sensor as well. I'm lucky that I work in a machine shop, so I made myself a little bung for it. Had to order a tap so I can thread it. But I've done that now, and I've got the tap at home. So I've just got to put that in, and that's all the sensors for the ECU done. So it should be happy then. Got to do the breathers on the top of the rocker covers as well, but I found on eBay there's like these nice, I was going to like tap them, but I was scared of like metal shavings getting inside the head and messing things up. So I found on eBay, and I saw this in someone else's video on YouTube I think actually, that they found on eBay some push-in fittings that literally just push into where the stock ones push in, but they're AN fitting on the other end, so I can then run it nice AN lines to a catch can, it'll look decent. Apart from that, I think that's about everything. So we're going to fire it up, let it warm up a bit. Because it's got no tune on it, it kind of idles not very good until it gets warm, then it idles decent. And it's stupidly rich because it has no tune on it, but that's obviously coming up next. We've got to install a clutch, tidy up all the rando things, can't have leaks on a dyno. Probably fix that water leak because, like I said, you can't have leaks on a dyno. And then get it on a dyno, get it tuned, make 500 horsepower, or 450, or 400, we'll see. Or it might just blow up, you never know. I did this, so it'll probably just blow up. Okay, so we're going to fire up the Nissan, let it warm up a bit, then we're going to take it out for a drive, and we'll film some clips of the engine bay and stuff with it starting and that, so yeah. does this until it gets to like 40 degrees, and then it will suddenly just jump up to like 900 RPM, which is its normal idle. Dolly did put the thermo fan back on. We thought it'd just be easier than wiring up all the electric fans and getting them stuffed in there and stuff. Plus that thermo fan actually does do a really good job. The only reason I took it off before and went for electric fans is like clearance issues, but now I have a front facing manifold, it's not a problem anymore. So yeah, we'll let it warm up, and then we'll take it out for a little spin. Okay, so the Nissan drives. It actually feels really, really good. It obviously doesn't have a tune in it, so it's kind of, I can't really get on it because obviously if I get on it with no tune, engine goes bye-bye. But it still makes some turbo noises. We'll drive around a little bit, get it warmed up and stuff, and then yeah, I'll do a few little like mini pulls. I can't rev it hard like I said because it's got no tune, but I can give it a little bit of juice. Hear that? We need, like I said, we need to adjust the blow-off valve because it's not opening, but the anti-surge on the turbo is doing its job. You can properly hear it fluttering. But it cruises so good for having no tune. It's on the rich side because the guy that's going to tune it told me to set the injector percentages higher. So obviously it's rich, safe to drive it to the tune and stuff, get some miles on the clutch and things like that. But yeah, it actually drives super good, all things considered. And I've been driving a little 4-cylinder for ages while this has been off the road, and it just made me forget how much torque this thing has. Like I'm in third right now, 1700 RPM, and you just put your foot down and it just goes. So it's great. And I've forgotten how good that rumble of the RB is. 6 cylinders all the way. You also might be wondering why we're doing a clutch on a car that seemingly has a perfectly good clutch. Well, this clutch is pretty decent. It came with the engine used, and I just don't really know how much I trust it to take the horsepower gain we're going to be going for. There's the Sora. That's what you have to do to people without the jack cars. Just give them a bit of the flutter. I'll do a pull from a bit of a slower start here in a second. I don't know if the GoPro is really picking up the turbo noises that great, but if it's not, you just have to wait for the dyno because then it'll make noise. Super loud. Obviously there's no intake on the front of the turbo at the moment, so you can expect it to get a little bit quieter when we do that, but it's not going to be like a lot. There ain't going to be a lot of difference in it. Plus when we tune it, the tuner might say take the air filter off anyway, so you get some good sounds then. But for now we have an exciting announcement. I'm not going to spill all the details in this video, we'll save that for the next video. But we're not going to be working on driveways anymore. Oh. Me and Connor have managed to secure ourselves something. There's a bit of wood down there. There you go, just drove over it. Oh, and I stalled it. Well, there you go. So, yeah, the Nissan actually drives better than it did ever before, in my opinion. Well, that has been a while, so you know. Yeah, we'll just get some quick clips. I'll give it a little blip with the bonnet open, get Dolly to film the engine bay so you can hear it a bit better. But yeah, apart from that, thank you for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. It's not really been, we haven't really been doing a lot, but it's more been sort of like an update where I've been kind of thing. But yeah, thank you for watching. So we'll see you in the next video where we have an exciting announcement. So remember to hit that subscribe button and turn notifications on so you can see when we next upload a video.